Hi, this is Team Six's Dev Journal. So we first open up to the homepage. We have our dashboard with the daily log streak, and then also it shows like how many tasks you've done, and then it shows your projects as well. So I can go ahead and show you how to add a project. And I can also edit it and say it's completed, and this will edit, and we can open up the link as well. And if I refresh it, everything stays, and I can delete it as well. Next we have the daily log page. So we can go ahead and create a log. And then as you can see, if we refresh, stays, and then it updates so that both of these are filled in, and there's a 2-day streak now. And then I can also delete the entry. I can also go back to previous entries, and I can delete all of them. And you'll see that one for Mondays is deleted, and this one is also deleted, and the streak is no longer there, and none of the circles are checked in, so there's no logs. We also have the to-do list, and here I can say film the video, film a tour of the project, and set the due date. And then it's a project. There's also some other tags, and I can add the tasks. I can also edit it, so it's actually due tomorrow, so I can just change the due date, update the task, and now it reflects that. And I can also mark them as completed, and the progress bar will reflect that. And the purpose of our progress bar is to provide incentive for the user to finish the task. So we want the otter to get to the fish so that it's fed. And then it's also reflected here that 1 out of 3 tasks have been completed. I can also delete it, or I can use, and again, this is reflected here, or I can use this button to delete all the tasks. And now we have 0. So this is the overview of our project for Team 6 database. Thank you.
We first met up week 5 at Geisel to brainstorm how our website would work. We initially thought the project wouldn't be too hard to complete, being only at most 4 web pages. But as time passed, we started to realize how short of a time period 5 weeks is to get everything we wanted done. It didn't help that most of us were new to the 3 coding languages, so we didn't have a good estimate how much work completing a feature would be. This greatly changed how much work each person planned to do and actually got done. So, at the beginning, there was an unclear and uneven distribution of work. The biggest challenge we faced together came week 9.
As the quarter went on, and between the first sprint and the second sprint, we saw a lot of improvements as a group. To begin with, in our second sprint, we saw that all members of the group became more involved with the project. We decided as a group to make the tasks smaller and more specific so that they could be divided easier between group members. Not only that, there were more check-ins with subgroups and the entire group. This meant that members were checking in more frequently and everyone knew what others were working on. This made it easier to keep track of what needed to be done, and help was made very available. Another way we improved was that we had better organization and communication. Issues were made more clear, all group members knew exactly what they were doing and what they had to do, the repo was used more efficiently, and we performed very well considering the higher time pressure. What we could do differently was, to begin with, we could have somewhat better time management. Another thing we could work on is adding better documentation to our code, because another thing that could be improved is that there could be more prior knowledge on the actual tasks that are being done, and this would make tasks easier and quicker, and it would save time on debugging and fixing mistakes.
Our advice to future victims or future students taking CSE 110 is to try to be open to collaborating as much as possible and working on problems with your group, as well as doing more check-ins just to see if everyone is on track and people are getting along within your group. We also advise to organize the GitHub repo as early as possible from the start, as well as making GitHub issues more specific to make it easier to do task delegation.